Hey everyone, so it's been a rainy day in Charlotte today and I figured it's the perfect time to Kon Mari and reorganize my clothing. It's a good time to do this too because we're heading into the fall, so I can see what I used and didn't use over the summer and get rid of stuff that I no longer need. I can see what I have for the fall season and make room if I need to purchase anything else. So the best time to do this is when you have most of your laundry clean. So I'm gonna fold all of this and get it put away real quick. Just so that I can see everything that I own all in one place. Then we move into the actual organizing, and the first step of that process is to take everything out. I'm gonna put everything on the bed here. I'm gonna pull my shoes from all the different areas of the house. I have coats downstairs, I'm gonna pull those up too, and we're just gonna see everything that I own all in one place, and then we will sort. Okay, let's go. All right guys, this is all of my clothing minus a few pieces that might be in the laundry, but most of it is here. So lots of shoes, some winter stuff, tons of jeans, dresses, shirts, athletic wear, cute dog, dead plant, and some jacket. Okay, so now that everything is out and I have it all in one place, let me tell you a little bit about my plan for how to work through this. My stuff was already pretty sorted by category. So I had all my sweaters together, all of my t-shirts, my dresses, but if that's not the case for you, then try and sort it that way when you pull everything out. So put all your dresses together, all your shoes in one place. It'll help you when you're doing the decluttering process. Okay, so now it's time to declutter, and this can be the hardest part of the process for so many different reasons. We all have different ties to our clothing or our things. Some of it's sentimental, some of it's guilt, some of it's financial. I'm going to give you my 3 tips that I have for sorting and decluttering. The first tip is if you haven't used it in 12 months, that you can probably get rid of it. The only exception you might have to this is if you have something that's sentimental. If you have a sentimental piece of clothing that you're not wearing regularly, then I would put that with my other sentimental items. I have a bin specifically for that stuff, so it can live there and I can use that whenever I need to look at it, but otherwise it doesn't need to live in my closet with everything that I'm using. So for this 12-month rule, it's especially good to use right now because we're moving into a change of season. I can look and see what I used over the summer. If there are things that I didn't wear because I didn't like the way that they fit or I'm just no longer interested in wearing it, then it's probably a good sign that it's time to donate that item. And as we're moving into fall, I can take a look back at the sweaters that I have, my jeans, things that I haven't worn in a while, and see how I'm feeling about them. Am I looking forward to wearing them? Or do I think maybe it's something that I'm not going to use this winter? Then I can probably get rid of those as well. So my second tip for decluttering is around this quote that I saw on Instagram, which is that your clothes are meant to fit you, you are not meant to fit your clothes. So our clothes are meant to make us feel good. I want to keep things that I want to wear. I want to keep things that I'm excited to put on and I'm excited to be out in the world in. I think we get caught up in having things that we think are what we want our style to be, but really we never reach for them because it just doesn't fit with us. Or we have sizing things that we've held on to that we no longer fit into. I want to give you the courage to release those things, let go of that guilt. There's no reason for that to be sitting in your drawer, making you feel bad or making you feel guilty when you can have your drawer full of things that you're excited about and that you feel great in. So my third tip for decision making while you're decluttering is tied to the financial worth of these items. So sometimes we can feel guilty if we don't feel like we've gotten everything out of it based on what we paid for it. Maybe we felt like we paid too much for it, so we want to hold on to it. But I want to encourage you to think about how much value you're really getting out of something if it sits in your closet and you never use it. And also think about if you decide to donate this clothing, how much value someone else can get out of it. If they're actually wearing it and they actually enjoy the piece of clothing, it means a lot more to them than it does to just sit in your drawer and never get any use. The other thing is there's so many places to sell your clothing nowadays. If you think the items that you have that you're ready to get rid of do have some value left in them, you can sell them so easily now, so that's always an option. So I have one last tip for you guys before we actually start the decluttering, which is to start with a category or start with items that you feel pretty confident already about what you want to keep and what you want to get rid of. For example, I have work pants. I haven't had to wear them in months because I haven't had to go into the office. Aside from that, they're already breaking down. They're very worn. I've had them for a long time. One has a safety pin holding up the hem. So I feel good about letting those things go. And then I can repurchase new work pants whenever that time comes. Maybe don't start with t-shirts. If you know that you have a lot of sentimental t-shirts that you're holding on to, pick the things that you know you can make quick decisions on, and you'll build momentum as you move into the harder categories. Okay, so keeping all of those decluttering tips in mind, I am going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so I finished decluttering. I put things away as I was finished with each of those sections. Everything went back where it was living. I just have a little bit more space in those drawers and on those shelves now. This is what I'm going to be donating. I have some things for that are winter clothes that I just don't think that I'll get use out of, and some summer stuff that I just didn't end up wearing this season either. I have some trash items as well, just that I've held on to a little too long and don't really need anymore, so I will be getting rid of those. But yeah, that's it. I'll show you some of the after photos. Let me know what you think. If you found this useful, let me know which of the tips was most helpful to you. And if you have any other areas of the house that you'd like to see me do, let me know that as well, and I can make more videos.